This is running streak day 1279, and this has without a doubt been the toughest week of my run streak that I think I've ever had to get through. Forget pandemics, forget lockdowns and isolations, forget babies and lack of sleep. This week has been so tough. Now, I haven't come out with a plan for this video other than for purely selfish reasons, being that I know that there will probably be a time in the future when I have another difficult week or day on this running streak that I need to get through, and I'm hopeful that should I get through today and the next couple of days, I can look back on this and know that I've overcome difficult weeks, difficult days and difficult runs before. But if you are interested, then join me for a little rundown of why this week has been so difficult, and the kind of steps that I've taken to try and overcome it. So let's start with the hard stuff. What's happened this week? Well, I started the week on Monday with the usual mile easy run, no dramas, normal day, normal run, normal start to a training week. On Tuesday morning I woke up and just did my normal morning routine of making coffee, having a drink, and just sitting down to enjoy that coffee on the sofa. And for whatever reason, within about 30 seconds of sitting down, I got the most intense pain in the middle of my back and across my shoulders, which isn't unusual for me. I do occasionally sleep and have a funny night's sleep and wake up with a bad back. It's something which I've kind of learned that happens to me maybe once every 4 to 6 weeks. I do need to get it sorted, I do need to go and get it looked at, but I just keep kicking that can down the road. But anyway, the pain was bad at that point, and I decided if I don't do my run now, this is in the morning, then God knows what is going to happen for the rest of the day. So there's the helicopter. It is Ascot race week. So I went out and told myself, just do the mile, just do the mile, and I did, and it was excruciating. It was so painful. Wednesday came around, usual sort of message from Dave, heading out in the morning, do you want to join? Yep, I'll see how I'm getting on. Anyway, met up with him, I think this was Wednesday, and I managed to do sort of 2 to 2.5k. I'd been doing a lot of rehab at that point, so the neck was starting to ease, but it was still painful. So alongside that, on the Wednesday, my little girl got a nice bout of the vomiting bug. Kind of smugly, whilst they all went to bed at about 6:30 on the Wednesday, I thought, okay, I'm alright. I've got through this. Moseyed around, edited a few short videos, and then come about 10 o'clock, I started to think, oh, this is not good. And my hips, and it was like a cannonball was in my stomach, and I felt nauseous and clammy and cold and hot. But it was late, so I just got myself into bed and hoped that a night's sleep would see me through. Anyway, Thursday morning, wake up, another morning run with Dave. But waking up that morning, I was all 6s and 7s, utterly seasick. Standing up made me feel dizzy and very nauseous, very sweaty, very clammy. But again, I thought, if I don't go out and do this run now, early in the morning, God knows how the rest of the day is going to go and whether I'm going to be able to get out. So I laced up and went out the door, and it was another horrendous run. I think I barely averaged 7-minute kilometre pace, which is quicker than I'm averaging at the moment. I managed to get through that run, get through the day, and then pretty much slept from about 4:30 until the next morning. But I still haven't felt 100% since then. It has been an awful week, and under normal circumstances, yeah, I would have done the absolutely sensible thing, which would be, it's amazing, in 30 degrees and there's still puddles out here. It has rained, but just shows some patches never ever truly get dry. It has been an awful week, and yeah, under normal circumstances I would have taken some complete days of recovery. But you know, when you're this deep into a run streak, 3.5 years now, it takes an awful lot to make you stop. You know, the momentum that you've built is so strong that, like, the idea of not doing it is almost painful. Like, it is almost painful, and I just, you know, I just couldn't not do it. And you know, I'm running now barely, like 6:30 pace. You know, the average for this run will hopefully get quicker, because at the moment it is about 7:30 kilometre pace, which, you know, some may argue ain't running. I would disagree. If you're moving like I'm moving now, then you're running. So, how have I got through this tricky week? What have I deployed? What have I used to kind of tackle the mental battle as well as the physical battle? Well, physically, it is what it is. You know, I can't change how I feel. I can only try and react to it and be proactive, and that's what I've tried to do. So massage, stretching, as much sleep as I possibly can get, good diet, tried as best I can to eat. But I think on the day when I was sick, my total calories were 300 or so, 300 to 400. So I have lost a bit of weight, which is a bonus. But it's the mental side which is so difficult to explain, and you know, trying to find the words to kind of put this ramble of a video together, and it is a ramble now. You've just got to go. You've just got to do it. You've just got to turn up and just be present and do it, and just let everything else kind of take care of itself, because it just does sometimes. It just does. And that's how this week has unfolded. You know, it's a rubbish training week. It's a week on Strava that I want to move right down. I don't want to see that dip in my progress, in my fitness, but it's there. And actually, you know, let's say that I hadn't got sick and I'd gone out for a club run, or you know, a hard run, something could have happened. I could have tripped and fallen and suffered a bigger injury. Who knows, you know? This is mapped out in this way for a reason, and maybe this is a period of forced recovery in a weird way, before building onto something bigger. So I think my takeaway in terms of the mental aspect of something like this is to try not to overthink it, and just go. Don't plan, just go and do. You know, I think I read something by Joe Senya, who is the founder and CEO of the Spartan races, and he kind of, the email was entitled Fire, Ready, Aim. In other words, you know, when people want to sign up for a race like a Spartan race or an ultra marathon, or even like a 5k or a 10k, you know, sometimes they maybe sort of rationalize with themselves that, well, when I get in shape, then I'll sign up for the race. You know, his argument is no, sign up for the race and do the race, and that will get you in shape. You know, I'm 3k in now to probably one of the slowest runs I've ever done in my life, but I'm still running. I'm still running, and that is the most important thing. So I'm going to switch it off now. I'm going to enjoy the trails and the nature, and if you have tuned in and watched, thank you so much, and I'll see you in a more positive, upbeat video hopefully very soon.